Well, we find ourselves on a rainy day in mid-April in central eastern New York, and this is called the Mohawk Valley. Now, I myself am Mohawk, so I tend to favor this area. The hills in the background are the sacred burial grounds of the Mohawk Nation for thousands of years. So this place is very special, and when I come here, I feel like I've come home. You find this sign here. It's raining today and chilly, so I'll do the best I can to get through this for you. Pardon any pronunciations. Historic New York, Mohawk area. The Mohawk Valley was the principal pass to the interior between the Adirondack Mountains and the Allegheny Plateau. Here dwelt the Mohawks, one of the nations of the Iroquois Confederacy, who barred the white man's advance westward. In the 17th century, they were visited by the French Catholic missionaries from Canada, some of whom suffered martyrdom in 1712 with the aid of Queen Anne. An Anglican chapel for the Mohawks was erected at Fort Hunter. Trade goods and furs were carried by the river boats over the Mohawks between Albany and the West. It is a very substantial trade route. The same route was followed by militia expeditions during the French and Indian War from Fort Johnson after 1763, from Johnson Hall to Johnstown. Sir William Johnston ably conducted the Indian affairs for the British government. During the Revolution, Tories and Indian raiders from Canada harassed the Mohawk Valley settlement. Completion of the Erie Canal pretty much settled the trade route for this area. Now, this is the same cold, rainy, wet, late April day in Mohawk Valley in New York State, and just a different historic sign. And this says Historic New York State, the site of the Battle of Oriskany. August 6, 1777, Oriskany battlefield 8 miles west of Utica. I apologize for the traffic. We're right on the New York State Thruway coming out of Albany heading west. The Battle of Oriskany was one of the bloodiest engagements of the American Revolution. British and Indians here ambushed the Tryon County militia. Also, they were marching to the relief for Fort Stanwix in Rome, New York. General Nicholas Herkimer, though wounded, rallied his forces and directed the fighting until the enemy fled. Defeated Oriskany and unable to force the surrender of Fort Stanwix, the British retreated to Canada. These reverses, with their defeat at Saratoga, thwarted Burgoyne's plans to divide the colonies by conquering New York. And the truth of the matter is, in the French and Indian Wars and the American Revolution, the Iroquois divided between the British and the French. In the major battles, the armies would send in the Iroquois first to fight each other, brother to brother. And they were the bloodiest battles in history. And this is the site of one of the battles. It's just an absolutely gorgeous piece of paradise, the Mohawk Valley. And like I said, these hills that you're looking at now in the background, they are the sacred burial grounds for thousands of years of Mohawks and Iroquois. Iroquois Mohawks were forced to go north to the Canadian border I now showed you Akwesasne. So that reservation plus the ones in Canada are all that are left. If you get a chance, visit the Mohawk Valley. Very historic. You won't be disappointed.